Music.
Brick by brick by brick by brick by brick.
I own 100% of Barstool Sports. The sun, the moon, the Milky Way. It is getting so close, I can taste it. We can take a bite out of it. This is exactly, and I mean exactly, why Barstool Sports has to exist. It has to.
Barstool Radio. Welcome to another day of it.
What an intro. What an intro from the...
I'm basically Michael Buffer over here. I'm trying to tweet out a link, but man, do I fucking cook up a good-ass intro. We're back for another day of filling in for KFC Fights and Tommy Smokes as they toil away on surviving Barstool. Kelly Keegs, Pat, and today we're joined by Glenny Balls.
This is my Barstool Radio debut.
Balls. Is it for real?
Yeah, okay. I've come on a few times just to speak on.
Oh, it's not your debut.
Well, I've come a few times to speak on a few.
Speak on God
for a few minutes. I haven't done a full episode yet. This is my first full episode in the revived Barstool Radio.
I think that you deserve a seat at this table.
You know what actually just popped in my head, Rone?
What's that, brother?
The first ever Barstool Radio I did a full episode was me, you, and Dave. Remember way back in the day? I doubt you remember that.
I think on the first Barstool Radio episodes, it was me and Dave. Yeah.
And I was like, damn, this guy's scary to talk to. You know how to talk.
I was
a little baby.
No, I didn't mean to scare you. Well, honestly, I broached this by being like, Glenny, I consider you one of the top percentile conversationalists in this company.
I enjoy that. I
Very
appreciated that
underrated
comment.
Wow, that's a really nice thing.
Fantastic
I
conversation.
think I'm a good conversationalist, but I have a nasally voice and I talk fast, which is a problem.
You sound like you have a cold almost
Yes.
all the time.
Yeah,
People hate when you talk fast. That's
Yeah.
the number one complaint that I get from people. Everyone's like, "Oh, lay off the Adderall." It's like, bitch, it's just my life, man. Like I don't even take Adderall.
Born this way.
Always been a fast
Yeah,
talker. It's embarrassing.
always.
But I think, Glenny, one of the things that exemplifies what a good conversationalist you are is the breadth of people that you're able to have conversations with.
Yes.
On one end of the spectrum is the women from OnlyFans.
Yeah, the world, that world, fun world.
That world, which you are really...
Okay, Meek feels
crawling around.
sexy crawling on
Don't
the floor
have
again.
to crawl. You never have to crawl. It doesn't matter if you're in front of it for 1 second.
If you want to seduce us all, you can just say it. You don't have to crawl on the floor like that. We understand.
Pop thong out the top if you want to seduce us, which you could. So on one end of the spectrum, you're talking to those ladies, Glenny Balls.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the other end of the spectrum, you're kind of going out to dinners with some of the most famous and affluent people, because after every Sunday conversation, there's like breaking of the bread.
Sometimes folks want to hang out. If they're a fan of the show, they'll usually want to break bread. We've broken bread with a few good folks recently, and it's fun to talk to them. They're great people.
How many NDAs have you signed?
I thought I signed one NDA one time, and it wasn't an NDA. Kelly Martin kind of made fun of me about that. Like, we had to sign an Ed Sheeran thing about just like I thought about the record company that we couldn't use his music. I don't know what it wasn't that. I don't know what it was. And Kelly was like, "This is not an NDA." She totally thought it was. I thought it was an NDA.
What was it?
I don't know. Kelly Martin knows. It was something.
It was a confession.
Something to the effect of like a music thing. Like it was from Atlantic Records. I think it wasn't even from his people. It was not an NDA. I thought it was an NDA.
Interesting. And but so you can disclose every dinner that you've gone out to. You can talk about everything you've done.
We got our hour fucking all set if you can.
The bigger ones.
right.
The bigger ones we've hung out with was Rogers, Drake, and Ed Sheeran.
That's pretty big.
It's pretty big. I'm especially jealous about Ed Sheeran. I have said before that I'm a massive Ed Sheeran fan. I feel like I don't talk about it as much as I do, like Taylor Swift or whatever. Massive Ed Sheeran fan. And when I saw you post those photos, I was so jealous I couldn't even talk to you the next day. I was like, I can't believe that Glenny is now besties with Ed. And I just love him. And I love his new little album.
Yeah, we really had a great time. I love Ed Sheeran. Like truly, I've had a great time with Ed Sheeran. Like
He seems so sweet.
He doesn't have a phone.
I'm sorry?
Isn't that
Doesn't
so
have a
interesting?
He's like Bill Murray. He's got no
He
phone.
has an iPad that he uses to coordinate people he needs to talk to, but he doesn't have a phone.
You have to get him by carrier pigeon?
You have to get him by iPhone. He has a tablet. He showed us his tablet. He literally just has a tablet. He does not have a phone.
See if someone
awesome.
carry the tablet like Lil Wayne has like a blunt roller who carries like his weed as a tablet
Yeah.
carrier. And
So
they
new
just kinda
text for him.
pull it out.
How about Lil Wayne though? He looks great. He performed at the VMAs recently, and I was under the impression that he was very sick and like not feeling well and whatever. But he looked awesome, seemed awesome, so I'm happy for that.
But I have a thing about him. Thing about him though.
What?
He's only 41.
No, I know, but don't we always talk like? Don't we always hear like Lil Wayne's in the hospital every other day? Like he's had a hard ass life. Like he's got
I would have
a
thought
lot
he was
of
like
shit.
58.
Oh, I don't know.
Really?
I feel
No,
like
I
Lil
thought-
Wayne is stuck for me at like 30.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. No, I mean, I saw the other day. I saw a tweet that Donald Glover and Lil Wayne are the same age. That blew my brain.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
Blew my brain in
But
half.
that also kind of that makes sense because they've been around about the same amount of
And
time.
I also saw another tweet in the past week as well that Travis Kelce and Gronk are the same age. That
What?
also
That
your
blows my
They both
mind.
34.
I would have thought Gronk was older.
Both 34.
Gronk is 24 in my mind. Like Gronk is a young. Gronk has a young energy about him.
I found out George Kittle just turned 30.
I see he's young. I would have thought he was maybe 30.
I thought he was old.
32.
Yeah, I thought he'd be a
I feel
little
like
bit
Kittle's
older
been
than
in the
that.
game for quite some time, but yeah, people are young.
What do you like about Ed Sheeran?
I think that he's a very sensitive person. Specifically, the Divide album he put out is probably a top 3 album of like across the board of my favorites all over the place. Like it beats out some of the Taylor Swift albums. It's just really good. I think that he sings with a lot of emotion, and I think that he brings out the emotions in a lot of people. Like if you see, I've never been to one of his concerts. I'm so upset I didn't go on this latest tour. But if you see the audience and just people who generally enjoy his music, it feels like a spiritual experience. Yeah, and it's genuine, and I just like that about him. I think he just seems like a good guy. And even this latest album he put out, the Autumn Variations, I think it is, he said it was just, I'm putting it out. It's like a nice, fall songs type album for my fans. And if, it's not, I'm not trying to win any Grammys. I'm not trying to do whatever. I'm just putting out an album for my fans. And
There's
love
something
that.
about his music that energizes me almost as well as Stacker2 energizes me. Stacker2, loud,
Yeah.
aggressive,
Toss
straight out of
those
the
Stackers.
Yeah, Meek Phil. Start distributing. We got Meek Phil in here crawling around, but he has the stacker, and he has that stuff that we
Thank you,
need
Phil.
because it's loud, it's aggressive, and it's straight out of the Attitude Era. Stacker 2 is an OG in the energy and supplement space. Pat's going to enjoy his. I know that he's enjoying it right now.
You love that.
Goes down easy, gives you the energy you need. Tastes good. That's another thing that you kind of can sprinkle in there. It tastes fantastic. And the fact that we have the Stacker 2 gummies all over the office. They really pack a punch. Small package, big energy, just a little square that you throw in your mouth, and num num num, you're feeling fantastic about yourself. Maximum energy while still tasting amazing. Stacker2 Energy gummies are a bite-sized burst of delicious energy packed with B12 vitamins, and I mean, I'm going to need them tonight because Phillies play tonight, Meek Phil.
Ooh.
I hope you
Yay.
guys win. I hate the Braves.
Thank you, brother.
They're cheating.
Yes, thank you, exactly. And it feels like cheating whenever I'm on the Stacker2 Energy Bite Back with a Stack and go buy Stacker2 Energy Gummies and B12 Energy Shots at Dollar General, where you can find your favorite Stacker2 products, or go to Stacker2.com. Hell yes.
Rone, I have a Philly sports question for you.
Yes, please.
Are the Eagles playing tonight on a Wednesday?
Why do you ask, though?
I feel like I'm mixed up a little bit.
Phillies are playing tonight.
The Phillies are playing, so maybe that.
Baseball.
I have friends who are going, and they kept saying, "I'm going to the game. I'm going to the game,"
Phillies
and I was
game.
confused because I was like, "Who's playing?" Phillies makes sense.
Phillies game.
Are you as big of a Phillies fan as you are an Eagles fan?
I'm not. I was exposed recently as a casual baseball fan online, and I'm
shit.
fall back from it.
Damn, I'm
How
sorry
did
to bring
that
that up then.
How did that happen? You got exposed?
I got exposed badly. I was like, "Where did this guy get his necklace?" And everybody's like, like in August, the relief pitcher made necklaces for his entire team, and I was like, "Fuck, dude! I should have known
I can
that."
do like one, maybe 2 levels of like deep into just about any sport, but then I get exposed like once it goes to like 3. Basketball I'm okay, but the rest is not.
If I was like in Philadelphia and they were just on, I could put them on. I get home from work, I watch the Phillies game, but it's like you have to kind of jump through hoops to throw them on TV. Yeah, it's hard to follow them as I like watch every Sixers game. I watch every Eagles game.
Yep.
I probably watch 10 to 15 Phillies games pre-playoffs.
That's very fair. I mean, baseball is just a slower sport in general. You know, when you're looking at me, you know what you're saying. But and like we were talking about it the other day with our new friend from Australia.
Uh huh.
Philly sports is just
Yeah,
like
shout
it's
out to him.
Eagles, always Eagles number 1.
Yeah.
Like for every
Yes.
single person.
Thank you.
Every
You're a
single-
fellow Eagles fan.
Yeah.
You're welcome for the rest of the year because Giants suck. The Giants
That's
are the worst
true.
team in
That's
the
true.
NFL,
That's
worst
true.
point differential.
We do really, really blow. We're getting Caleb Williams. But yeah, no.
You're also welcome if the Kansas City stuff doesn't work out.
I have already signed my allegiance over to the Eagles specifically because I love Jason Kelsey. I think that he's a good
doesn't
guy.
he love you
Travis
and I want
too,
to.
you love.
I think he loves me back.
You love Travis too.
No. Well,
You were
no,
coming
yes.
around on Travis.
I have come around on
'Cause it makes
Travis.
Mother happy.
Yes, I've come around on Travis. Yes, but I liked Jason first, and I still like him more.
If you were dating and both of them were single eligible bachelors and you were a single eligible bachelorette, which one would you be more drawn towards?
Well, Travis is hotter, if I'm being honest. I think that and he's also closer to he's my age. I think he's 1 or 2 years older than me, and but his I don't know, something
Swagger.
about his swagger is not that's not usually the kind of guy I go for. I go for someone who's like either really, really nice or mentally ill. Yeah, exactly. Really, really nice or deeply troubled.
So Jason Kelsey's not your vibe. I picture Jason Kelsey. I picture just a manly, burly.
No, but I kind of like that
A
about him. He
lumberjack.
seems so like loving and caring, like
because
and
you
he
know
like
the
take care
hair
of me.
is
He
like-
probably is very hairy, but
too much
I also
to
am
be
not. I'm not too averted by hair, unless it's like a fucking problem.
That
Like,
meek?
if you have a hairy back or something, like I don't know about.
I
don't know
feel
about
like
you,
with
Phil.
him, it's like you ever see it's almost like becomes matted like a dog.
Oh,
where, like,
does it?
curls too much?
Whose pubes are you talking about? Jason Kelsey's pubes
Yeah, I've
with
never-
personal
I'm talking about
experience?
Kelly Keegs pubes.
Exactly.
I thought you were talking about Jason Kelsey's pubes.
Now I do need to make a sugaring appointment.
Phil is disgusted right now.
Wait, this could be a dumb question, Kelly.
Yeah, what?
I haven't even thought about this in years.
Oh.
Do women hate hairy guys?
No, it's just no, definitely not. It's a specific type. Like either you do or you don't like someone that's kind of hairy. I fall in the middle. Like it's not a deal breaker for
Like
me.
an otter.
Yeah, it's not a deal breaker for me unless it's like overwhelming. Here's the thing. It can get stuck in your teeth, and that is what people don't like. I know we're getting gross, okay, but that is the thing. It will get stuck in your teeth. It gets stuck on all your stuff. You know how like women's hair falls out everywhere. Guys complain about it all the time. If a guy is very hairy, similar situation. There's hair everywhere.
How does women's hair get on the shower wall, though?
Because when you're like
Especially in my
rinsing out
apartment.
shampoo.
Yeah, what the fuck? Some
Been taking
girl
showers in my
broke
house.
in.
when you rinse out shampoo or conditioner, like you're rinsing it out and you feel your hair and it like your hair falls out. Like my hair probably fall out right now, but it's hard to. You don't want to send it down the drain and clog the drain, so you take it off and you like put it on the shower to keep it there. To then hopefully remember to take it off and throw it away.
never remember.
But most times you don't. Yeah, I'm actually pretty diligent about that because I get grossed out. Like God forbid someone if someone comes to my house and sees that there's like hair on my shower wall, that's embarrassing for me.
Yeah, hair is interesting because as a group it's fine, but singled out, it's one alone.
What else could we use that analogy
Yeah,
for? As a group,
marathon
they're fine.
runners
Marathon runners, yes, that's a good one.
all together,
one,
but
yeah.
one guy.
It's fine, but single is bad.
I don't know.
Maybe like if you saw a bunch of people doing, I'm only going to exercise. Like I saw a bunch of people doing CrossFit. Yeah, that's fine. But if I'm singled out with a CrossFit person, that might be a little bit over the top for me.
Drugs. If you're doing drugs with a group, it's cool. But if you're doing it alone, might have a
So
problem.
true.
Drinking?
That's not bad.
Yeah, no.
Drinking,
wrong
I
with that?
guess.
People do it.
Drinking, yeah.
Drinking, yeah, you're right.
I used to think that about smoking weed, and when I like first started smoking weed, I was probably 18 years old. I was like, man, as long as I never like do this alone, like I'm pretty sure like I'm like good, like it's not a problem. And now I only want to smoke alone. Now
Same.
all I'm ever trying to do is just fucking
100%. I never want to smoke
I
with
feel
people.
like technology, though, you're never smoking or drinking alone. Like I could have a few drinks now and a night, put on a football game, and text my friends the whole night. It's like you're hanging out with them, but you're really not.
That is true.
Which is a bad way to rationalize it.
Well, are we now opening up the discussion of whether or not our phones have isolated us more than connected us?
I think more connected us because I always say this. Like when I was going into college, my parents, and a lot of parents are elderly people, older people.
That 1 month.
3 semesters, but they would always be saying like, "Oh, you gotta like make college friends. You gotta make college friends. You gotta
Shout out Brooke.
make high school friends." I was saying like, it's fucking 2014. There's phones. We're gonna stay in touch. It's not like it's 1985,
Right.
Where we're gonna
Write a
speak
letter.
for 3 months. Yeah, I'm gonna have to send a raven to speak to my friend. going to
Nancy, is
Loyola.
that you?
That's what I'm saying. It's not fucking 1985. You can stay friends with your high school friends. So I don't know. I think phones are
What do you think,
Plus
brother?
in there.
Do you think that phones have brought us closer or separated us?
I mean, because of phones, I've made friends with people like all over the country through Twitter. So exactly.
That's true. That's true. But then have you like known any of these people?
I've met them like in real life. Yeah.
Okay. All
Is it
right.
more awkward to hang out with them in person?
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, I
I've
guess
met
that makes
someone
sense.
Do you go for a hug, or what? Do you meet an internet friend in
You just
person?
give them a handshake and say, "What's up? Nice to meet you."
No way.
Don't
Do
look
you
at
hug
the eye.
people, Phil? In my head, it's like you giving someone a hug. I can't picture it.
I mean, I don't. So,
Okay. Yeah, that makes
do
sense.
you want a hug, Ron?
Maybe a Duggar.
yeah,
hug.
right now, bring it
Duggar
in.
side hug, Rone.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was actually a very good hug.
Not bad.
I'm shocked and surprised.
And this is very unfair of me, but you smelled better than I expected.
Oh, that's
You
also
smelled like,
nice.
You smell like really clean laundry.
Well, yeah, the clothes were just washed, so that makes sense.
Makes sense. That makes
Love
sense.
that.
But Glenny, I know that you've like often had this gripe with the world that people think that guys of a larger size smell bad.
Oh yeah,
Or if there's a stink, people will blame you.
Oh.
And it's like, what
Oh
the
my
fuck?
God.
I'm not a smelly guy.
if there's a stink, people will blame you, and obviously if there's like a fart smell,
That's what I mean. Like
like a
Oh,
fart scent,
no.
everyone's looking at you
think
automatically.
that's
It's
old
fucked
school,
up.
though.
It is. It's fucked up.
That's like from Uncle Buck era.
Yeah, I mean, there's
that's John Candy.
Yeah, trust me, the stigma still happens.
Does it? People look
If,
at you.
if there's a smart fella in this room right now, you and I both know you're all looking at me.
I don't
Or you're all
think
thinking
so.
You
about it.
said a fart smell.
Yeah, if there's a
smart
fart
fella.
smell in the room right now, you all will look at me.
If it's
Like,
low
that's just how
tide,
shit
people will
works.
look at you.
Yeah, man, it stinks. That and like boarding a plane. It's the worst.
Boarding. Oh God, how
Yeah.
bad is the judgment boarding a plane?
Oh, see, for me, I am a diamond member, so
Got a girl?
I board.
True.
So I board very quickly. I think it's better if someone comes up to you and it's like, oh, can I sit in there? Than you walking up to them.
For sure.
I always
yeah.
board first because I'm diamond.
What do you mean, can I sit in there? Oh, like you just get
No,
up
it's
and
like,
get over.
Yeah,
Get
like
in
if they
there.
already
Got it,
see
got
me
it.
in the aisle, they're like, oh.
People are hoping that he doesn't.
Because I
sit
do
next to
try to be as
You fold up like
helpful
Clemmer.
as possible.
Yeah.
I learned how to put up the armrest in the aisle, so I put the armrest up. I like put like half my body in the aisle to make sure the person in the middle is fucking feeling good.
him. You're considerate.
Yeah, I try to be as considerate of fat as possible, but there was one time that me and Caleb were flying to Reno from LA for a shoot, and we were flying on Delta. Delta like canceled the flight the day before, so we had
See
to
that flight, the Reno flight.
so we had to
Oh,
book
God,
a
yeah.
Southwest flight the day of, and so that means we had like last picking of the Southwest flight, and Southwest is first come first served boarding.
Yeah, it's like boarding North.
We were one of the
Jersey
last.
Transit.
So we were one of the last boarding, and everything was filled. There was only middles open. I felt like Forrest Gump getting on the bus.
Can't
You could
sit
tell.
here.
You could tell everyone that I wanted to
Seats
sit next to me.
taken.
Maybe seat 15, 20. I see a 13-year-old kid. I was like, "You're mine, motherfucker." So he was at the window seat. The window seat hopped right in that middle, and we bonded the whole time. We played on his Game Boy. His name was Terry. He was a great kid. He was going to meet his aunt and uncle.
Jesus Christ! Why do you remember that? You learned his name?
Yeah, his name was Terry, and then Caleb was in the back row with another kid who was going to meet a girl he met online for the first time, and he was like 18. He was so freaked out.
Oh my God.
Me and Caleb each made friends on that flight. It wasn't as bad.
It kind of sounds like you were both of their guardian angels. They're
Yeah,
they're playing
we
angels.
were both their friends on.
Yeah,
the flight. It was fun.
100%. Like they needed an ear.
I did feel
I'm-
bad. Terry
you
was
were there.
Terry was like a little quieter kid. He was 13. He was flying alone. He talked
That's
about
scary.
baseball.
I don't know
being
if I,
trafficked.
right.
Nah, he was going to meet his aunt and uncle.
All day. The unaccompanied minors, is that still a thing? Yeah, I guess so, right? They have to.
I saw
log
in some
that.
airport they just brought back like a day pass type of thing. Did you see that? Where you can go into the terminal, like since 9/11, you can't just go in the terminal.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And I think now you can just mill about in the terminal for a day, and you can apply a day of. They'll get a response back to you within 15 minutes. I don't know. I guess that's for unaccompanied minors. I don't know who
Sure.
else would try and fucking just loiter at LaGuardia.
Right, like to bring them through security and like sit with them until they get on the flight. Yeah, it kind of is crazy to me that for so long they were letting kids do all that by themselves. Imagine a kid doing security alone. Like what?
Like in a Home Alone, where they just walked on the plane.
Yeah,
Yes. Those parents were fucking... Those are bad people.
totally
They were
deadbeat.
aloof.
Rich, aloof deadbeats. I think that's
Too many
a fair way to
kids.
classify them.
Too many kids to keep track of, and they were bad at doing it. You know.
Yeah, the Irish. It's the fucking,
It's the fucking Irish.
Midwestern Irish. They were fucking like they had something to prove.
They
like
never
the potato
stop.
famine was gonna come back for them.
It's so crazy.
The Midwestern Irish. The thing about the Midwestern Irish is they have very attainable goals. Like the coastal elite Irish want to reach for the stars.
Yeah.
The Midwest Irish, they just want a 5-bedroom colonial home.
They want to have like potato bread as like their
Yes.
ideal food. It's like a
100%.
trash food. Like corned beef hash is like a good meal for the Midwestern Irish. They'll
Listen,
just
it
get
is
a can
though.
of dog food.
It is a good meal.
I like corned beef hash.
I love
too.
a corned
I come
beef
from the fucking
beef
that
hash.
bad stock.
Well,
True.
the Irish are notoriously cold parents.
Yes.
You rarely find a warm Irish woman.
No.
So tight-lipped that they get like these wrinkles right
Yes.
here. They're just
Pros.
like fucking
Yeah.
angry.
Mine are
ass
literally
fucking
coming in
men.
as we speak. Mine are literally coming in as we speak.
The Midwestern Irish are fucking they're nasty. They're like they'll send their kids to go like swim in the lake hoping that 2 of them will die so they can just fucking thin the herd.
It's kind of crazy. I guess that whole thing, like my, I have an Irish family, whatever. My mom's like one of 7 kids. Like it's running rampant in my life. I wonder though. It's always like Catholicism, right? No abortion situation. I feel that's just crazy. Like they're just fucking all the time.
The Irish,
The Irish don't believe in
absolutely.
condoms. Like, do they not believe in condoms? What's
Well,
the
they
deal?
don't take care of the children they have.
No, they
Well,
just
that is true. But,
My
but why
mother
have
never
so
made
many?
me lunch one time.
What?
We would have to go to my aunt's to get lunch. Be like, fend for yourself.
what?
Shout out Phyllis.
Where was your aunt's? Where'd you have to go to?
I had to ride through the bike path by the Kennedy School.
Oh no.
Go hawk down some meatballs at Auntie Kathy's house.
Now, on the other hand, the Italian boy, the young Italian
Hey.
boy, will
He's still sucking down the lasagna out on
Yep,
Long Island.
yep.
yeah, he will live with
So
with
jealous
mom
of that.
until. I mean, until he wants to,
Until she kicks me out.
which will never
Until
happen.
she becomes a burden.
yeah, until you get tired of it.
Right.
I mean, all my friends still live at home, basically.
Right.
There's like
Really?
There's 11 of us. There's like I think probably 5 or 6 of us still live at home.
That's so interesting. I think that because of that, you don't feel that urgency to leave.
No, I have nowhere to.
Yeah.
I mean, I travel every weekend. I haven't been home on a weekend.
Right.
You have
since
no need
August.
to move.
Yeah, I don't want to pay rent. I haven't traveled. I've literally traveled every weekend since August.
Yeah.
Traveling this
so
weekend,
much.
traveling next weekend, weekend after that, weekend after that, weekend after that.
Yep.
And yeah, that's just the paisan life. Get some good cooking, some good laundry. It's pretty
Great.
sweet.
In some
honestly.
ways, it makes sense.
Your
like
dog.
the communal type of like.
Yeah, and I
living.
love seeing my friends. I love hanging out with my friends. Like it's like I said, I travel on the weekends. During the week, I hang out at home.
You know your
recharge.
friends. You know your friends' parents like that. Like you go over and you're like,
Yeah, I can.
Call the house.
Same.
We
the
usually
first
don't
name.
hang out
yeah.
at the house anymore. Calling the house back in the day, that was always scary. Call up and ask for a play date.
I
Yeah.
still remember all the numbers of all my neighbors.
Sure.
Yeah, call up and ask for an old play date. That was tough. What if they say no?
I know, the worst.
Intra-office politics of
Did you
who's
guys ever?
invited who.
Did you guys? So true. Did you guys ever do you're already on a play date and then you hype each other up for an hour to call your parents to ask if you can sleep over?
Oh yeah, that's
You're
the
like
best.
already there and you're like, oh my God, like I don't think we're doing anything tomorrow. Like I'll just ask and then they don't have to pick me up. Like you can borrow pajamas, like the whole thing.
I was just wondering.
Yeah. Hey, look, they're making dinner for us, and it might just go on a kind of late, so I could just stay over. They invited me.
Yeah, I never did that. I always had my friends doing that. You guys
yeah.
know me. I'm a pussy. I was never sleeping out.
Of course, true.
I got to
of
sleep on
course.
my home turf.
Yeah, I get
Really?
that. I get that.
Yeah.
I prefer to
I
sleep
could
at
maybe
home as
count
well.
the sleepovers I did on one hand back in my day.
Really?
Did they go bad or what?
You know me. I'm a homebody. I'm a pussy. I like to stay in my house.
I never slept in my home.
I
I never
like
had
to sleep
sleepovers.
out. I didn't like to sleep out.
Sleepovers sucked.
I always no. I had sleepovers, but I went out. Like I never had people at my house. Like, and my parents to this day are like mad about it. But I'm like, I don't know.
What age are we
just weird
talking?
vibes.
Are we talking pre-drinking ages? Like you're just a
pre and
innocent
post?
child?
Pre and post.
Okay.
I was drinking at an early age. So 13 maybe. We were
Whoa.
stealing mudslides.
Yeah, that's pretty young. That's what, 7th grade?
It was so fun though to drink like a whole bottle of mudslide, like
The TGI Fridays.
TGI Fridays
Mudslide? Oh, yeah.
mixed mudslide.
This is further proof of the Irish parents not parenting,
Oh yeah,
for sure.
oh yeah.
I
And my
remember
parents are
I
big
dro-
drinkers.
I
so
drove
they don't
my car through the garage door once.
care.
While they were, yes.
Whoa.
I was yeah. I was like,
You were like-
too young to be drinking, and then they just like kind of ignored it. Like the family was eating dinner, and they just ignored it. But it's the aloof Irish.
Goddamn
parenting.
Irish.
You're like, please pay attention to me. How
Yeah.
can I get your attention? I'm gonna drive to the fucking house.
Nothing. No.
That is a 90s ass.
Here I
movie.
am, I'm just kind of like thriving and like doing my thing.
Honestly, you really fucking are, dude. This job is fun as fuck.
I love it.
and,
So true.
and easy. No one's working hard. Maybe
Oh,
you
it's-
guys probably are.
They're working
In the-
hard.
on this
You
side
see
of the
Jackie
ass,
raise her rifle through the fucking
Yeah.
thing?
Her sniper.
but over here in that area,
Yeah.
No one's working hard. Let's fucking be
Don't.
honest with ourselves.
Just chatting it up.
Nobody's fucking working hard. Even the people pretending. Even the people shaming other people, being like, nobody works. No one's working hard.
You don't think?
No.
I work hard.
You fucking don't.
I try to work hard.
It's funny because like people will. Yeah, Meek Phil, you think you work hard?
What?
You think you work hard?
I think I do. I mean,
He's gonna get like carpal tunnel in his arm one day. He's working so hard.
You
You know
know
what I
the
mean?
You
I
see
guess
all the
you
producers?
work hard. I guess I can't talk shit.
Have
But
scrapes on his
content.
knees.
So it's a content thing then. These content people, us content people.
Yeah, we don't know how good
Don't
we
lump
got
me
it,
in.
right?
You see all the producers? There's like a bout of carpal tunnel going around. Every day, there's a
Really?
new producer with a cast on from carpal tunnel.
no.
I've seen like 4 of them with the thing on.
I think Blattman's had like a cast on his hand for like 6 months. I feel
Oh
like.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think he just likes the way that looks.
Honestly, the way Meek's holding his phone is worrying me right now.
The pinky.
The pinky underneath that.
Yes,
fucked up
dude.
Frankie.
My
Bro,
pinky
Get a
is all
pop
fucked
socket,
up.
man.
You need to
I
get
got
a pop
sock.
because that will separate your that'll hurt your elbow.
It's like the nerve and
Pictures.
There you go. Hold it like
Tommy,
that.
you need Tommy John.
I just don't get why we don't get you guys stands. Like whenever we do a stream, I feel like George Costanza when he gets the security guard a chair because like whenever we do streams, Duke sits there and holds the
Take our
phone.
jobs.
No, I'm saying
Yeah.
I'm saying Duke sits
Can we
there.
replace them with robots?
Yeah, he wants to
sits
replace
there-
with machines.
Duke sits there and holds the phone the whole time. I'm like, why don't we just get him a stand so we can just tap it and then just delete the videos he doesn't like and tap it? He sits there the whole time holding it. Just
But he's probably fucking
gotta
around
get a
on other
stand.
things too. He's on
gotta get a
Snapchat.
stand.
I mean, if I lose my pinky, I could live without that.
Damn.
Jesus Christ,
All right.
fucking Ronnie Lott over here, dude.
I mean,
You know
it's
what I'm saying?
kind of a useless finger in a way.
Oh, I use
Phil
my
works
pinky all
so
the time.
hard.
My
Phil
pinky's
works so hard.
useless.
He's fine losing his pinky to continue working.
That's-
That's how hard he works.
Glenny,
Yeah, my pinky's useless.
chop that thing off.
Dead ass pinky.
Ew! Oh my god!
I got a friggin' like deformed pinky. I've always.
the
Ew.
fuck?
He's like Chuck Bednarik, dude. What the fuck is wrong with
Look at
what?
that pinky.
I fr-
Oh,
Rotate
stop
it around.
wiggling it around, Brian.
Rotate it like left and right, so
Stop.
or no, your wrists.
You know,
so we
a
can
recent
see all
a
the
recent-
sides
a
of it.
recent guest on OnlyStans was telling me that we should make a mold of my pinky because like you could insert it into like it does what you're supposed to do. You know,
Jesus.
That's kind of accurate.
That's your
I
Black
feel.
Friday. Black Friday idea. Black Friday.
Friday idea.
Fleshlight.
Flashlight with balls as
Fleshlight.
fingers.
Balls
Balls
as
as
pinky.
fingers.
But yeah, I was just born
Fingered
like
by
that.
we
balls.
could
Sell those in the store.
Pinky pussy.
Right.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh
Why do you,
wow.
can you please just try and straighten
And
it?
hold it up again for the camera.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Let me try. Come here.
No, don't.
Don't break it.
Oh God.
No, it's so stiff. It's so stiff.
The thing about it is this is really hard to kind of.
Ugh.
Rone, take it for a spin.
Don't think it's
Try
bad,
it.
my
I
first
tried it the other day. We had this discussion the other day.
Woo! That shit is abnormal.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he's got a good. It's a great Dr. Evil though,
Yeah, it's a bad doctor. It's a crooked Dr. Evil.
but it's still good. I feel like he's still kind of like he even
This
does.
one's not
that.
even that straight either, but this one.
You ever hook a protractor up to that thing? Fucking see what angle you're working with, dude.
should.
That's like a 75 degree
Yeah.
angle.
I think that's
really it is.
75. It's that.
It's got to be 70.
Gotta be at least.
That's an acute 75.
Yeah, I don't know. It's my
Easily.
deformity.
Hey, I knew you
okay,
weren't
Glenn.
straight.
I
Never
don't think you
was.
should get down on yourself for it.
No, I'm not down on myself. I actually never really think about it. How often do I think about my shitty pinky? Once.
Well, you
every
use?
months.
Do you still use that? It's not like a dead finger.
It's
I don't mean I'm a jerk off with my left hand, but
It's gray and dead.
Yeah.
He's like the guy who held the arm up. Like this.
Oh, it is left hand. I love it. He's
You don't
like,
use your.
do you use it? No, I don't jerk off with my left hand. Is what.
I mean, that's what I was gonna say to Meek when he was like, "I don't need my pinky." That would make jerking off 80% or 20% worse.
You guys don't use two hands?
Oh, I never thought about that. You can't control the whole thing with 4.
You know?
You need 5.
I think just like 20% less sensation.
Well, Glenny
Nobody
jerks,
wants.
Glenny jerks off like a gentleman. He's got his pinky out.
Yeah, like he's drinking a martini.
yeah, have a martini. Put some lights on. Lower the
tea.
candles.
Two
No,
fingers.
Lower the lights. Put some candles on. Said that wrong.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
I miss our trips, Glenny.
Dude, I miss our trips too, man. I would love to go on one soon.
We go to Gaines. Me and Glenny go on a trip.
We have a annual trip to Gainesville.
We've all been on trips with Glenny.
Yeah.
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 Many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been on many. And you too. I've been on so many trips with both of you.
We're going to Michigan next week.
Next weekend, here we come.
Can't wait. Go
Yep.
go blue.
Go blue.
For another high noon event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Hell
so
yeah.
awesome.
We
Us
gotta
and-
go
us
to.
and
You guys
Rico,
checked
right?
every box.
Yeah. Oh yeah. For sure.
We gotta go to Benzinger, something Zingerman's.
Is that what it is?
That's what I
for
love about Balls.
breakfast.
Always knows
Oh
where to
yes,
go.
yes.
I
Oh yeah.
always.
He
I
showed
mean,
me a
no,
list. He showed me a list on his phone. He's been keeping track of all the good shit that he's eaten all over the place. It's an excellent list.
Yeah, all this from everywhere I travel.
Mind if
Look at
I
all
take
that.
a peek?
Please do. Hey,
Maybe I read a highlight or something.
Rone's one of my favorite people to travel with too. He knows what he's doing food wise. Used to have great food dinners when we traveled together.
I think one of the hardest I ever laughed on a trip ever for Barstool was my boxing trip to Youngstown, Ohio. We walked. I'm sure you don't remember this. We walked into a ice cream store. It was me, you, Caleb, and Big Cat, and there's this old man there who looked like he was out of like the 17.
I know
He was like a
exactly what you're talking
soda
about.
jerk, like to
Yeah,
the thing.
I know
and
exactly
you and
what you're
Caleb just
talking
started like fucking with him. Basically, it killed me.
Oh no.
It was one of the funniest. Okay,
Sounds beautiful.
Thank you. Ribs and beans at Peg Leg Poker.
Peg Leg Porker in Nashville, Tennessee.
Wait.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have so before you go through these, I have some criteria when I'm looking for a restaurant on their road of things that I can unlock knowing it'll be a good restaurant. First thing I look for is new American food. If you get new American food, they've done enough work to like it's a new enough restaurant and they're specific about what they're making.
You're putting an egg on the burger.
Yeah, some shit like that. But if I'm looking for just the names, if it's something and something, those restaurants are usually good. So like what would you say, like pig and bean or some shit like
Just the
that?
ribs, the
Peg leg
They
porker.
do dry rub Memphis ribs there, and their beans are also phenomenal.
Something and
So I put
something
sense.
though. That's always
So
good.
it's so true.
If there's an ingredient,
Frank and Lupe's Cafe.
Frank
Oh,
and Lupe.
creamy
That's a
chicken
good.
enchilada at Frank and Lupe's in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Lenny, if I read the food item, will you be able to match it to the restaurant?
I think a few of them, yeah.
Okay.
If they have a utensil as well, that's a good one. Like if it's something in fork, something in spoon, something in knife. That's
how about this, Glenny? Oxtail gumbo.
That was at a place in Niagara Falls.
Yes.
I forgot what it was
Hell yeah.
called. It was I think it was a community kitchen. It was run by a guy who was on Hell's Kitchen. I want more Top Chef one.
F Times Cantina. What about the ribs at?
Ribs at Pinkerton's.
Nope. Gale Street.
Ribs are hard. Gale Street in Chicago. That's a great
Tacos and
place.
green chili burger.
That's got to be Redheaded Stranger in Nashville.
Correct.
This is like
Oh,
when
yeah.
Sean McVay can like remember every play that happened in like
Yeah.
2013.
He just said ribs. There's a few ribs on there.
What about
They have a lot of
what about the
ribs.
grouper Reuben?
Groper Reuben was at in the Atlantis in the Bahamas.
Say groper?
Roofer.
Groper Reuben.
Grouper.
That was at the
Well,
Atlanta.
those are two
It
different
was
things.
at the Atlantis in the Bahamas.
Lenny, talk to me about the oven roasted crab.
The other roasting crab was that at Nobu in New York City.
No, that's at RPM Steak in Chicago.
Oh, that was phenomenal.
Oh my God,
Ooh,
this
yum.
is okay. Here we go.
RPM.
Wait,
That's
RPM
a
steak
spot.
was that wasn't the what was the place in Michigan that we went to that was a steakhouse when we were in Michigan for BVA season 2.
Oh, that was
That place was
that was the,
shockingly good.
That was like Tornado Club Steakhouse.
Yes,
It was
yes,
in
yes.
Madison, Wisconsin. That was
Yes,
really
Madison,
well.
Wisconsin.
That was the most fun the drinking town I've ever
Yeah.
been to.
It was
I made a
really
bad
good
order
time.
though there. I got fucking frog legs
Oh,
and a really
no.
bad steak.
I got a little escargot there, blew my fucking face
Frog
off.
legs like the rescuers down under.
Yeah, I didn't like the frog legs. It was called like Tornado Club, I think.
Tornado Club, I
That was
think
one of
you're
the
so
most
right.
cool like Midwest steakhouses I've been.
It was
to.
really, it was a great time. They had a killer martini too. Delish.
The way that you can scroll through this list is hilarious.
It's so well formatted.
It's so well formatted, so deep,
It's amazing.
and like, what's the goal with this? To be able to like
I think it's just-
remember or to
remember and also
share?
and also people know I travel out. They'll always be like, "Oh, I'm going to the city. You got anything?"
Because you'll ask me that sometimes.
Yeah, so I like to give recommendations, get recommendations.
Swap recommendations.
Yeah, so I just think it's nice to have.
Rone, I wish that you would bring back Neighborhood Eats.
Just got bought for a third season.
No shit.
Hell yeah.
That's incredible. Oh, wow. Huge.
Good news. That was great. That was a seamless way to promote that.
I love that series, so I'm really looking forward to it. Anything food related, I'm usually like all in on. Sometimes I'll put on Food Network and just let it play and just like drool. and
That
watch
circles
TV.
back to me not working hard. Is like making the work going to a city and eating a bunch of the good food that they have.
Yeah, wow. Twist your arm, right?
Who did it get? Who's your sponsor? You're not allowed to announce it yet.
I'm not even sure. To be, I genuinely don't know. I was told by someone in.
Do you have anything off the top of your head that you want to shoot for this year?
I always wanted to do a seafood run. I do
Ooh.
particularly love
Like
seafood.
Portland, Maine.
Like Portland lobster, crab cakes, Baltimore, maybe like go to Florida somewhere that
Key
they
West,
have
like
a
fresh fish.
mahi or
I
something.
got to set you
Where
up with
do they-
Brad Leone. He's the
I
guy.
like Brad Leone.
He's this cooking guy. He's fucking phenomenal. But he's got a place in Rhode Island near Taylor Swift, and he
Ooh.
goes out on his boat and catches shit and cooks it up. You'd like it.
That sounds awesome. There's
sounds
nothing I
really
like more
good.
than fresh fish. I fucking crush it.
We
Get
did
that
that.
wry
I did-
smile off your
I
face.
did that in.
Peace in the Middle East.
Yeah.
Oysters in Charleston could be one, but then again, it's really just where they're getting the oysters from. It's not the actual
Like a
restaurant.
low country boil or something.
Oh,
like
dude,
that.
last time I was there, I did like this oyster company brought me on a tour, and it was an absolute blast of a time.
Didn't
The
you and
oysters
Tom
there-
Mullins go together or
Yeah,
something?
the oysters there were so good, but everywhere had oysters in Charleston.
I love oysters, mussels, anything.
Mussels?
Yeah, definitely the.
Mussels are a new thing that I like. I used to not like them at all, and now I really love them.
I think it's not worth the
Clams
work.
as well.
Too
Well,
much work.
I feel like you don't have to do it in the
Easy as
restaurant.
hell.
They have it all open for you.
But then
They
you
just
got to
hand you a
get your
bucket.
fork in there, and then like there's always it's like hanging on. You got to
And then just take your bread though and dip it in the little
Yeah,
mussel
get that
juice and
get that
whatever else
garlic
it's
in there.
You are eating for like a fucking hour.
Yeah.
You're just
True.
like, for just like nibbling.
I'm a slow eater though. I love to eat slow just because I'm always talking. That's
Healthy
also a
too.
problem. Yeah, I just love to eat slow, and so I like a
a
meal
rich
that
thing.
that makes me eat slow.
Yeah.
Is it?
Oh yeah, wealthy people eat very slow. Poor
Really?
The Irish.
Poors
they're-
eat fat. I eat like it's going to run off my plate.
Yeah. So's my dad. My dad eats like that. He like doesn't take a breath, and then he'll be choking and still eating, and we're like, can you take a fucking break? Like you're out of your mind.
It's because they were worried the fucking British are gonna come.
You guys are talking about like if food's like worth like eating. Like when you eat crabs, do you feel satisfied? Like the hard work of like cracking them open, or lobsters?
Because I'll eat a cake.
I'm like that about lobster. I like a lobster, but I don't like the work.
I hate foods. That is why I reserve eating chicken wings a lot. I'd rather boneless wings. It's just so much easier.
So
100%.
true. Yes.
So much easier. I would love if maybe someone could serve me chopped up chicken wing meat.
Yeah.
I would enjoy that. But the idea of having to go through some of them, sometimes I just don't want to get dirty.
I had a fried lobster the other night, 2 nights ago. It was like a deep fried, like an appetizer type of thing, and it was like a chicken finger. It was so fucking good, but so much more satisfying than having to like
Just pick it up.
put your meat on the carcass of the lobster. There's something
course.
barbaric.
I would love to just
I
be
agree.
served a plate of lobsters. Just a plate of lobster meat.
That would be
I don't wanna go
nice.
through
I
it.
think lobster in general is kind of, unless it's just a lobster roll.
Yeah, I like a
fuck
lobster
out of
roll.
here with the tail and ugh.
Yeah, that is.
It just tastes like butter to me.
And crab
Someone-
meat.
Food.
Great call from me. Crab meat. I love crab meat. That's one of my favorite fish. It's just too much work.
Way
Crustaceans
too
used to be a
much.
peasant
Too much
food, and somewhere along the line it changed.
They're cockroaches.
Cockroach.
Cockroaches of the sea. Wait, Rone, how is Don Angie?
I went to Don Angie.
What did we hype
night.
it? Did we hype it up too much?
No, it was amazing.
What did you get the lasagna?
Yes, it was amazing.
Incredible.
It was so fucking good, dude.
Really
I think
good.
I think I like it better than Carbone. I think.
Dead serious?
Really?
There are so many places that in my opinion are better than Carbone. I can't believe Carbone still has the hype that it has.
I've never been to any of those other places. I
vibe.
gotta go. I've only been to Carbone. I want to go to Emilio's Bellado. I've never
We were talking
been
about that
there.
yesterday too.
Sit on the street and that
Don
little
Angie, I've never
bullshit
been
thing.
there.
Yep.
People,
But Don Angie was
I think I've
fantastic.
heard about Bad Roman a lot recently.
Oh, Bad Roman's okay, but I went there.
Circle.
I'll
They'll
tell
crack
you.
an ice cream for
It's
you.
in the mall, by the way. Bad Roman is in the
It's like
mall.
Columbus Circle.
And the food is good. The wine list is great if you're into the wine. But
Women are even
the food
better.
is fine. I would say it's absolutely not worth waiting 3 months for a reservation. I would wait until like the TikTok hype dies down. But it's basic. It's like,
recently-
whipped ricotta and like general
Recently,
Italian
Jimmy John called me and
meals.
told me it was the best pasta he's had ever in his life.
That's a lot.
Jimmy John?
He probably
Called
got
you to say that?
he probably got swept up in the atmosphere because it's a good
Pasta thing-
vibe.
Apparently, they serve like a 3 pasta dish where it's like
Yeah.
red, white, and green.
They do, yeah.
So that was like out of this world.
It's good, but I would not say it's out of this world.
I need a
little
restaurant
bit of
guy.
everything.
I need someone badly in my life because I was looking. We had a 10:00 reservation for a Tuesday, which is like that's not a prime reservation.
No,
You know,
that's hard.
it's like I was like, fuck it. I want to go so badly that I'll go late on a Tuesday to go here. But I look around and there's just like these pairs of girls just like having like the most casual dinners, and it made me realize I need a fucking restaurant guy because I had to commit fucking identity theft just to get a fucking table at this place. Like it wasn't under my name. They're like, oh, I heard it's your guys' anniversary. It wasn't our anniversary. Like I'm just lying to these people out my ass. I need someone who can facilitate like I don't know what I need to do. I need a guy.
too. If you got a guy, you let me know, and if I
Yeah?
get one, I'll tell you.
I've got a girl, but I don't know if how many of like the top the like very very exclusive ones she's got, but she's always emailing me asking me.
Yeah, what does she say?
She,
Like, how's
she
it
asked
work?
you to
She,
come.
you know what she's always like, if you want to come out, whatever. A bunch of restaurants, but also that place Somewhere Nowhere, which I do want to go to.
Isn't that like right next
I've been there.
door?
I've been there a few
Also-
times. It's right. It's literally a block away.
Yeah, I also recently went to a fuck, I can't remember the name of the restaurant. It was pretty good, but it was very much like, and I say this and I'm dead serious, a chick restaurant. Like we walked in, it was 100% women at this restaurant. Like, and it's women owned, like it's great. Sarah Jessica Parker posted about it. So like all the Sex in the City biddies, that's literally why I went. But we went at like a 7 o'clock or something. It was in the West Village, and 100% of the restaurant was women, and it was kind of weird. Like we left by like 8:30, and then some dates kind of trickled in. But I was like, oh my god! But I had posted about that, and this girl did the PR for it, or for that place or whatever, and that's how I got in contact with her.
I think a lot of places too, like Fort Charles, like the few times I've been there, it's like I'm going to someone's standing reservation that they offloaded to someone else. Like some people have like every reservation in these tiny places booked every single fucking night. Yeah,
I would love to go to Rayo's. Never been. Yeah, I never.
Oh, we could go there. You know who kind of Large can go to?
Large is
also
Rayo's?
Gaz
Yeah,
goes
he's
to
good with
places
that.
all the time.
I think Gaz, though, I think he does his due diligence and like makes these reservations far in advance. Like he's very, and I appreciate that about Gaz. He's very interested in like being involved in the food scene.
He's always at like Au Cheval. Oh, he's a burger guy.
He's a burger guy. Can I tell you a thing about Au Cheval? So Restoration Hardware rooftop. I don't know if you guys have ever been there for
oddly
dinner.
have been there for drinks one time.
So first of all, it's beautiful. It's very nice to go. It's like it's so fun to go there and like pretend to be rich. You walk in, and on like the third level where there's still furniture, you can get like a glass of champagne or wine or something, and like walk around and look at the furniture like you're rich drinking. And then there's the restaurant up top. It's the same chef who does the burger at Au Cheval does the burger at Restoration Hardware. So it's like basically the same burger. And so when everybody was like fighting hand over fist to get into Au Cheval, I went to Restoration Hardware, and it was fucking delicious.
Mika, where do you like to eat?
Wherever I want. I mean, I don't really have
confrontational about it.
Wherever I want.
I don't have any like
Okay, Phil.
specific places.
What's your favorite kind of food?
Probably seafood.
Nick, you're in Howard. You're in Howard Beach, right?
Yeah.
I want to go to Don Pep's. I've never been to Don Pep's. I think I'm going to go soon.
Want to go together? I mean,
Ooh,
sure.
you go on a little date?
How about New Park Pizza? You like New Park?
New Park, I'm not doxing myself. I live near New Park, so yeah, I've had that since I was little.
Dude, I think if you gave your exact address, no one would.
Stoolies are crazy. You don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you? What's your like dining that you enjoy? Do you like to dress up and have a nice dinner, or are you like a burger fries type of guy, or like you said you like seafood?
I'm not that picky of an eater in a way. Like really like anything.
I love that.
Would you be intimidated by an elegant restaurant setting?
No.
Okay, cool.
I would dress up for it. Like
yeah, there you go.
If I ever won like a dinner to like Carbone or something, I'd like get a suit and tie, a top hat, and just
for sure. I don't think you need the top hat, but
said if you ever won a dinner to
yeah,
like in the lottery,
yeah, like what you guys used to do with the yak.
We actually are supposed to go to Carbone. The fucking wheel hit Carbone, but
ooh,
I'd still love to go. I think Jerry has like a Carbone guy or something.
Jerry
does he?
Oh, I got a Carbone guy.
Do you?
Yeah, you know, through Danny Lopiori, good friend of him.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Danny Lopriori.
The Titty Man.
Interessant.
Yeah, a great singer. And he's one of the fucking 25 people that's in like Italy, Greece, or Spain right now. My entire Instagram stories is people in fucking Italy, Greece, and Spain, and I'm fucking pissed off, dude.
Yep.
I have terrible FOMO.
Have you been to Italy? I've not been there yet.
I'm kind of out on Italy.
What?
I never been.
Why?
We were saying last week I don't want to go there.
No, I don't understand it.
I just don't. I don't have
Because of the people?
If I go to Europe, I want to go to as Europe-y as possible. I think I want to go to like Luxembourg. I want to go to
a Bulgaria, a
Luxembourg?
Chechnya.
So you want to go
like,
Eastern
Dagestan.
European.
Austria.
I want to go to like
Kazakhstan.
Oktoberfest. I want to go to like.
You're looking for an Eastern European.
How is that
vacation.
more
I wanna go
European?
to
Country with a
Italy.
dark
Italy.
past. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to go. I really think I want to go to the Alpy places. I feel like that's
Switzerland.
more my vibe.
Switzerland.
I think would be awesome.
I actually, Glenn, I
Belgium, I
totally
think,
think
would be
the
very
opposite.
cool.
I would
Evil
never even
people in
think you'd
Belgium.
like those places at all. Like I actually don't. Belgium makes sense. Germany makes sense. But I would think that Italy for sure, number one. But also you had a good time in London, didn't you?
I had a great time in London. I feel
Yeah,
like those places I said
That makes
are
sense.
more like London than
Why?
because it's like more of a bar culture. I think.
I love
I feel like Italy is more. You drink your wine, you go with your wife, you go on a gondola ride, you look at you take a Snapchat story of the fucking view, and then you guys look at each other with no air conditioning for 3 hours. I feel like it's a little.
So
different.
it's no air conditioning is what we've.
I also I
You don't wanna
will
go
say
'cause
I
there's no
saw
air
Frankie.
conditioning?
I saw Frankie post from Capri that did look beautiful. Of
course.
But once again, if I'm not going with a lady, I don't really want to go to Italy. What am I going to go on a boys trip to Italy?
I think they just did a boys trip to Italy. Fights and Pavs and those guys just did the Ryder Cup, and then they also. Hey, Frank.
Frankie in here?
And it was just also I don't know if he's.
And
he
then
looks,
Paris.
he's in a hurry.
I don't have any want to go to Paris. That's just.
I don't either. I would rather. I feel like I need to go to London just to say I've been to London.
You got to go.
You know what I think I would like to do that I thought sounded really cool? I recently was watching an Ed Sheeran interview, actually, and he was saying in the interview how he took like a year off one time to travel. I think he was telling Conan or someone to travel, and he's from wherever he's from. He's from like a few hours east of London, and he was saying like where I'm from is so beautiful, but no one knows. They only go to England. They only go to London.
Yeah.
I want to go to other countries and not go to their biggest cities. I want to go to the
I love that.
random areas. Which I think
love
would be
that,
cool.
and I'm totally in agreement with that. I, like go off the beaten path a little bit. Whenever I last stayed in London and where I'm staying coming up when I go in the wintertime, I stayed in like not close to the, not like near the palace or whatever. I stayed like kind of off the beaten path a little bit. I'm so glad I did because I explored like a whole new area and everybody was like, wow, that's interesting that you're over there and it's cool. Southwark.
I like a working
stayed.
class
I
Englishman.
want to start going to countries and staying at the second most popular city.
There you go.
First.
Nice.
Hey, Frank.
Hey, Frank.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
How you doing?
Doing all right.
Yeah?
Been taking daily walks. Gonna
Love that.
find something good today to walk.
Hell yeah.
I'm just starting my this week's NFL picks blog. I'm so bad at that. Everyone should just fade me.
Oh, yeah?
All right, I'll do it.
I'll fade
And I was just reading in the on the internet that the Coast Guard has just about recovered all of Ocean Gate.
What do you mean? That's the
Oh, wow,
sub?
really?
Titanic.
Yeah.
The sub, right. Oh, wow.
And when they pulled it up to the surface, they discovered on board they had a sign that said Broncos country, let's ride.
Okay. Frank.
Stop spreading misinformation, Frank. You're crazy.
Unbelievable.
You wild for that one, Frank.
The walks have looked incredible, though. I saw you like overlooking a bluff on Roosevelt Island with Jenks yesterday on day 13 of going for a walk. How long have these walks been?
They usually are an hour and a half.
Oh, fuck.
Nice walk, Frank.
I love a walk. I'm a big walker, too. I walk in Central Park all the time.
Yeah, I just did Central Park South Monday.
Fabulous. Oh, you should have called me.
You went to Roosevelt Island, Frank?
Not yet.
He was on the other side. He was overlooking Roosevelt Island.
And there's this little walkway by FDR Drive. Mm-hmm. That you pass Sloan Kettering's over there, and
Oh, I love Sloan Kettering. Wait, Frank, give us an impromptu Frank ranks of the top 5 countries that you'd like to go to in Europe.
all right.
Start at 5. Start at 5.
Here we go.
Let me see.
I'm excited to hear this.
As he zones in,
I just ordered
you could see
Chick-fil-A.
him. He's ordering it in his mind,
I'm
just
jealous
like
of
you
that.
ordered Chick-fil-A.
Shit.
Zone it in,
I'm about
Frankie.
to order lunch and I don't actually have
look
any
at
time
him.
to eat it.
I'm gonna do a little promotion.
How were the French toast sticks yesterday?
Thinking,
Were they
hold on,
good?
right there.
Ready?
Are we doing the top 5 countries Frank would want to visit?
This is behind the scenes of Frank
Europe,
Ranks.
in
We
Europe.
always see it, but you
yes.
never see how the
Europe.
sausage is made, and he's struggling with an opinion right now.
I got 4.
Oh,
Well, you're
shit.
building them. You're stacking them before you release them.
Yeah, he's doing.
I love that.
He's doing reverse.
Big reveal, too. I
That's
love
how
it.
Eminem freestyles.
Reverse,
Attention.
reverse.
Get to the punchline first.
All right. I think I'll go number 5. I'll go Denmark. Why not?
Ooh.
Copenhagen.
Glenny was just saying.
I actually have family in Denmark, oddly enough.
No way.
A lot of fish there. Their airport has a lot of wood, and the Denmark kroner has their currency has a hole in the middle of it, so you can make a necklace out of them.
What?
Chew on those things.
Number 4. I considered going there this year, but I just couldn't find the right ticket packages. Germany.
Oh, my
You and
God.
Glenny have the same list.
I had.
Wait till you hear the rest of it.
Did you were you inspired when I tagged you by that hot dog at the airport that I had?
Yes, I was, and the Dolphins are playing in Germany next month.
Oh my God, Frank, you got to get over there. I feel
I
like
couldn't find it. No one got ticket packages.
Damn it.
I tried, and I just didn't.
someone's got to get you to.
You wanted a
get you to
package. I think
Germany.
that you could have done it a la carte.
That's what I don't want to do.
Why?
Because it's a pain in the ass to do a la carte.
Interesting.
You want like a flight package?
He wants the flight
Oh, yeah.
ticket, transportation package where he's with a bunch of Dolphins fans the entire time.
Exactly.
I see. And they don't have that. They don't have one set up,
They
or they
don't-
do. It's
no,
all.
they
It's
didn't.
all done.
The problem is it's probably a Chiefs home game, so the Chiefs probably are like running everything. And
What kind of food would you be looking forward to in Germany? A nice schnitzel?
I would go
Bratwurst?
for a Frankfurter in Frankfurt.
Perfect.
Very
That's
meta.
exactly what I had. Frank, they had, I was shocked because the airport was so nice. It was the Frankfurt airport. It was incredibly nice, but I noticed it because there were so many different food options that were so fresh and like just, there was like a bakery and then this, the hot dogs and whatever, Frankfurters, I guess. But the thing that I got it from, it was like this cart. And the guy was, making the hot dogs, put it on the thing, and hanging down were the sauces, which like kind of like udders almost. So you would like pull them down to put all the sauces on, and then they had like crumbled onions and stuff. It was a wild array of toppings, and the udder thing was weird, but I liked it.
That is different. What about a hamburger and hamburger too? I mean, you could
Yeah,
really knock it all out.
Number 3.
Oh yeah.
Number 3. I'm gonna go Ireland. Number 3.
I like that.
Excellent choice.
For the homeland, just you
Yep.
and you and Joe Biden's homeland.
Number 2. Number 2. Number 2. I'm gonna go jolly old England.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
Very nice. What draws you to England? The Harry Potter films?
No, just everything about England. You got the castles. The old England. Mets are playing the Phillies next year in England.
There you go.
Maybe we gotta go.
nowhere warm though. I feel like all the places you're picking.
Wait, he still has number one. He still has number one.
Warm.
Yeah, like
Ireland's not warm. Ireland is cold.
that's what I'm saying.
No, no.
You're picking like gloomy places.
Well, I'm dying for that number one spot.
Well, number 1, I'll go Italy.
Wow, there we go, Glenn.
Like bodying me.
Yeah.
There we go.
He doesn't want to go to. He doesn't want to go to Italy.
I mean, Napoli. I want to see Naples.
Of course.
Really? Why Naples of all the beautiful places in Italy?
Because that's where my great grandparents are from.
Oh
Oh,
shit.
And the invention
Lovely.
of pizza pie was from there as well.
Yes, indeed.
is that true? I didn't know that.
I think pizza pie is from Naples. Am I wrong, Glenn?
Yes, it
I don't
is.
know, so-
Neapolitan. Napoli. Napoleon didn't invent the pizza.
Makes total sense.
Interesting.
Also, we had the volcano there, Vesuvius.
Ooh, that's
Right, Pompeii.
true.
Pompeii was right there. Hang on, I'm
Yep.
running to the bathroom real quick. Frank, take over for a second.
I'm interested in Pompeii. That's one of those things that I can't read enough about,
Yeah, I recently watched the YouTube clips of the movie Pompeii starring Kit Harington.
Oh,
was that out?
is that out?
No, it's been out for a while.
Oh, damn, I gotta see it.
Years. Yeah,
My great about 10,000 greats grandfather Nunzio Velarde owned a hotel and resort that
Wow.
he had the grand opening celebration, and the next day Mount Vesuvius erupted.
You're kidding.
Oh, that's could be the
is that
start of the
real?
Fleming curse.
Are you just making? Are you making that shit up, Frank?
that was the
That's the Fleming curse.
It's always making shit
Is
up.
your
I
is your
swear, I
Italian
swear.
name Velarde?
Yeah, that's my grandmother's maiden name. In Ireland, my great grandfather
Yeah.
Seamus,
Famous Fleming.
he bought a
Seamus Fleming.
We know about Seamus Fleming.
he bought a potato farm, and the next day the potato famine started.
Yep.
Dude, the curse runs
Tough.
deep.
You know, I actually have found out that I have relatives dating back all the way to Greece.
Oh my God.
Here we go.
and this-
Here we go.
And I had this one guy, Archimedes. He was a package receiver for the city of Troy.
Oh no.
Is that a Trojan horse?
Trojan horse.
joke? That took me a
Package
minute.
receiver.
Yeah. Well, there's the Fleming curse.
What a package the Trojan horse must have been. You know? Imagine trying to get it through the front door, literally.
I don't know. How do you? What do you think of the all the buzz in the office, Frank? You okay with busyness, or do you prefer it a little more quiet?
It's crazy this week.
Yeah.
No spoilers, remember.
No spoilers, but it I think it's going to be the viewers are going to love it.
Oh yeah. So much.
It's been really, really high quality just being able to watch here and whatnot.
We've all been waiting around
and as
all
someone,
day.
And as someone that is a big Survivor fan, Survivor now is just so utterly putrid. I'm kind of excited. To
Dude, I'm trying to watch this season.
I haven't even tried to watch the season yet, but if you're a Survivor fan and want to actually watch Survivor, watch the show when it comes out.
You know, well, what they
Definitely.
need to do is change things up in Survivor.
How so?
Let's have Survivor Nome, Alaska.
Ooh, right.
I
make
feel
it
like part of the selling point is they want people like a little bit with some skin showing.
Eh,
for
Be
sure.
tough.
You know what, Frank? I think that if you want that, you would like that show, Special Forces. That's new. I've not seen it, but
I haven't seen it, and Mike Piazza was on season 1.
yeah, a lot of celebs are on it all over it right now. Tyler Cameron and like JoJo Siwa are on it. It's like crazy, but it looks very intense like that. They're in like not a good place and like not a tropical place or anything. So it looks.
Go out there and fight some polar bears.
Yeah, right.
You ever watch the Alaska shows on Nat Geo? Like The Last Alaskans.
I don't think I have.
Life Below Zero.
Deadliest Catch.
I'd like to go to Alaska. That'd be.
I like the. I watched a couple episodes of Larry Zonka's outdoor hunting in Alaska, and he almost got killed.
Oh, shit.
Like a Timothy Treadwell.
Yeah, Larry Zonka, legendary Miami Dolphin running back from the 1972 undefeated team.
Was he a running back, fullback? What was it?
More of a fullback, kind of like, but he back then fullbacks did more running. So Larry Zonka, about 15 years ago now, he was doing his show for the Outdoor Life Network.
Oh.
Which later became Versus and later became NBC Sports Network and is now in the graveyard of dead channels.
Of course. There's so many dead channels, huh? Oh, look, Blackman walking by without a brace on.
Okay.
And he got shipwrecked in the Aleutian Islands, and the Coast Guard had to come rescue him.
Weird. Is this real? Sometimes I don't know what you're saying.
No,
Frank.
this is real.
That's a real thing. Interesting.
Yeah, Larry Zonka had a hunting show or a outdoor venture show on the Outdoor Life Network for a few years. And
No.
he got knocked off course and was ran aground at the Aleutian Islands in Alaska, which are the islands that basically where you could see Russia from there.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, that to me kind of blows my mind where you're able to see another, like a totally different country from your vantage point. Like that to me, I don't know. In my head, it's not that close.
You can actually drive all the way around the world. Did you know that?
Really?
Yeah, you can connect up in Alaska over to Russia, and then you go down. There's like a way to do it. I saw it on TikTok.
Wow.
Could be completely
But then how do
fabricated.
you get to the from Europe or to like South America or North America?
Can't remember.
You got to go the other way. You go through Russia, through Alaska.
Here's how you do it. You drive around the Antarctica. That's how you drive around the world.
Oh, there you go.
Australia,
You know
no way
that
to get there.
I might take a trip. I'm not kidding. I was discussing this when I was on this like group thing in Greece. There are Antarctica trips that you can go on that are very expensive, but it's like this whole thing where they take you out for like 7 days and they like show you everything. They give you the proper gear, and it's this like old people do it because like old rich
Yeah.
people do it. So in my head, I'm like, if an old rich person can do it, I certainly can too. The videos and pictures I was seeing were so breathtaking that it for the first time I was like, okay, I'll travel to a cold destination just for the views.
I just want to pay to be
crazy.
cold. That's what I have a tough time.
I have a similar feeling, but they give you all the stuff, they give you all the gear.
That's good to
But
hear.
unfortunately, fellas, I gotta go because I have to go record Cutting Stems,
Okay, good luck,
which will
Kelly.
be live Thursday night at 11 p.m.